another exciting episode of Amazing Amazon and Captain TV coming from the city of Lagos. Welcome to the show where we get to interview and have a conversation with Amazons who are a form of inspiration to the younger ones. There is a lot to learn on the program. Welcome on board. I am Tosin Adeyemi. Determination, focus, and consistency will determine how far you go in life. You're about to hear the story of a woman who started out, who words of encouragement pushed her into the limelight. She is an interior designer. She'll be telling us how she started and how what people throw at her made her who she is today. You're going to learn a lot from the interview segment, so stay tuned as I join my guests. All right, welcome to the discussion segment. So today I have with me the CEO of Bigberry Interior. She is an interior designer, decorator, and her name, I would like to pronounce her name properly, so I won't murder the name because the name is so unique, is Jemima Ketiku, an interior designer. She runs an interior design company based in Lagos, which has been in existence for a while now. So glad to have you.
So good. Thank you.
And I hope I didn't murder the name.
No.
Pronounce it correctly.
Yes, you did.
But looking at the name, because when I saw the Jemima Ketiku, it sounded like maybe a foreign name. It doesn't look. What state are you from?
I'm from Ondo State.
No, you can't say that. Because I've not heard that name. The first one, Jemima.
Yes.
Is it a Yoruba name?
Jemima is a biblical name from the book of Job.
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe we have not studied
Job's
our own
daughter.
Bible to that extent. Okay. Yes. What about the surname, Ketiku?
Ketiku. Okay, so I'm from Ondo State, Akure, to be precise, on the streets of Okiaro. Yes. So Ketiku means, in Yoruba, it means Biele Yobaku Omolumashi.
Translate.
So to English, it means if this one does not die, it gets to stay. Okay. So, you know, when your grandparents or those people in those days, they've been looking for a child over and over time and it keeps dying and dying and dying. Okay. So when this one comes, they now have to name him that if this one does not die, it is going to be a child and it is going to stay. Yes.
Okay. Because I've seen so many names, especially surnames, that you hear this person bearing this name, you say another person bearing the name. But in this case, this is my first time hearing someone bearing that name, Ketiku. Yes, that's why I saw you. It's unique. So tell us more about Jemima.
Okay, so Jemima, I'm 24 years old. I am going to be 25 by August 24th. And I'm from Okiaro, as I've said, Akure, Ondo State to be precise. And my life, I grew up a while in Akure. I did my secondary school in Akure. Then I proceeded to the University of Ilorin, where I studied industrial chemistry. Yes, chemistry, yeah.
Interior design. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
In the University of Ilorin, I studied industrial chemistry, and then I came out, and I didn't come directly to Lagos. Of course, I had some things to do, and then I came down to Lagos to start my life. Of course, I had an extra year, so I'm going to add that. So that was what changed the course of my life. So myself as a person, it didn't start from school or it didn't start from anywhere. It started majorly because I had an extra year. So that was where the change came in practically. And then I would say as a person, I would call myself a businesswoman or a business lady. I've always been like that. So while growing up, my mom would sell gari, she would sell bread. So she would sell so many things, orange and all those things. So because she had to train us up, I didn't come from a so to say,
like
I did
a
silver spoon.
It's like a wooden plus silver plus gold together. I understand.
Yeah, so I didn't have a sleek childhood or anything. I didn't get money from anywhere or anything. So we're just a family that built ourselves up to this extent and up to this place that we are today. So and then because my mom, I had.
Are you the
like,
only child?
No.
You have siblings?
I have, yes,
but
I
you are
have
the last
siblings. I'm the
one.
last child of 4.
Wow.
So I have one sister and 2 elder brothers.
Okay.
I'm the last.
So you are the baby of the house.
Yeah, I'm the baby of the house. I'm everybody's baby. But now I'm not a baby anymore.
Yeah, of course. I will see you, not the baby anymore.
Okay, so, and that is it. So because my mom, because I can't say all these things without saying my mom, she instilled the business, the money making. So I didn't know it as business while growing up. I just knew that my mom would buy some things, resell it, and then have money. How did this happen? So I'm like, okay. When I got into school, I was like, yes, I can do this too. So I started selling clothes. I started selling shoes to students. I was a student. And then I would sell and then ask for money. So I knew how to write it down in installments. I knew how to collect money from students. I was selling to my lecturers.
Wow.
Yeah, so while I was in school. And then when I sold neck piece and piece, I did business. I was very popular while in school. So that was it. I mingled with people a lot.
Of course, as a business
Yes,
person, you have to mingle with people.
So
if not,
exactly, yes. So I think I had this mind while growing up. So I knew how to go, I knew my way around people right from the start. I knew how to make friends. I knew how to keep friends. I knew how to talk to people. My mom taught us English because, of course, this English I'm speaking, of course, from the streets of Okiare, it shouldn't be this way. But my mom took her time because she studied English in school. Took her time to teach us all these things. And then I knew how to talk to people, to keep relationships and all those things. Also. To market also. Because I knew my mom would collect something and then she's selling and she has money. Mommy, how did you do it? So when I got to school, it became a habit for me. It was something, a value that was inside of me just to make money. So, yeah.
So I must say that your mom really passed that business spirit
inside of me.
Inside of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, tell us the most challenging period of your life while you were a child. While you were younger. The most challenging that you can say, oh, well, it was so challenging. Yeah.
Okay. So I have few. Because as I am here today, I would say it takes like the grace of God that I am here today. So my story is quite cumbersome, even though I am still very young. So while growing up, I had issues with my body. So I am plus size, and then I was low on self-esteem. I didn't know how to communicate very well with people. Because of course, when they see fat people or they see chubby people, they want to repel a bit. Bold people. Yeah. So they want to like repel a bit and just be like, oh, is this person, is she okay? So until I had to prove myself over time that I am very intelligent, I'm very smart. And even though I repeated while I was in SS1. So these are quite my times when I was feeling so down, like while I was a child, and I had to move from it. But I could see the help of my mom and my brothers. So that's why I have a very small, tight and loving family. Like it's quite unique because you don't see them often. So they tell me, oh, you're beautiful, you're smart. And when I grew up, I started working out and, I could carry myself better. I looked more beautiful and everything. So it was because they helped me while growing up. And then another time was, you said I should say one thing. Are you sure
of course, go ahead.
So I repeated SS1 and then I lost my dad.
Oh.
So that was one of the most, I had never cried like that before in my life, losing somebody that you love so much. I'm the last child. So my dad really loves me and he pampers me a lot. Even though he didn't have anything, he was willing to give the best to me, and then I just lost him that way. So it was one of the most challenging period of my life. I didn't know how to channel that course and everything. I was a confused person until I had my mom. See, that I got out of that, it was because I was loved. So it was majorly because I was loved, and those were the most challenging periods of my life, my repeat in school and losing my dad and my body. So yeah.
Okay, now looking at what you just analyzed, you're bold. Are you the only bold person in your family, as amongst your siblings?
Yes.
Or who did you get it from? Is it your mom or your dad?
Okay, so I would say I got it both ways. Not majorly from my mom, but my dad's side. Oh God, my grandma is quite She's bold, really
Bolder
bold
than
and beautiful and bolder than I am, though she died like many, many years ago. I grew up to know her a bit, but she was really, really bold. And my big aunties, that's my dad's elder sister and my dad's young, they're really bold, like bolder than I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could say I got it from there. And I'm not the only one in the family. My elder brother too is a bit, it's just that, as guys, that he walks out, it's still, so he looks, as if, when you see him like, money. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's it.
All right. So now, looking at, you said it's made you kind of lose your self-esteem.
Yes.
So how did you overcome that?
Okay.
And till now, how do you feel now about yourself?
Okay, so number one, I feel very good about myself now because I've grown to learn things over time. So I realized that even as a child, like you can have thoughts in your head that can make you withdraw from the entirety of every space or the people that you love, friends. And I would say my mom helped me and my brothers. So my mom, she would tell me when I feel very down and all those things, because while I was small, I didn't know these things before, but I realized that people did not really, really like me or something.
Because of your size?
Because of my size, you understand. And we didn't have much. So I'll tell you this, that I wasn't dressing well. So I'm telling you that I and my mom used to share a slippers. So when she needs to step out, I'll be inside. When she goes out, or when she comes back, I'll go outside. So I didn't have much. I had to wear my mom's skirts. I had just my school uniforms. So I had to wear my mom's skirts, my mom's top. So I didn't know how to be a girl or something, even at then. But I overcome it with the words of my mom and my brothers. My brothers made me read some things. He explained some things to me, and it made me work out. So right now, over time, I've realized that my health is very, very important to me. Even as, they say, oh, God has given us health, He has given us all these things. We need to live in that. So I realized that I needed to work out. So even if I am like this, but I am healthy, because I can be like this and still be healthy, actually.
Yeah.
So I work out on a daily basis, actually. I work out, I eat good meals. Oh, there's sometimes I want to indulge and everything. So all these things, it has become a lifestyle for me, because it's what everybody should actually do.
Yeah,
eating healthy and taking proper care of your body. So I'm in a very good space, and I don't think words of people, because before when they call me fat, I'm like, I'm not fat. But of course I am fat, actually. I am bold and I am very beautiful at that.
Yeah.
So now I have come to realize
those
that
words doesn't get to you.
So even when you call me bold now, I feel very beautiful about it. And it is no joke. It is what I have built and I have learned over time. As long as I am healthy, as long as I am good, as long as I can walk and I can smile, I can do all these things. I know it's not pretense. It's my lifestyle, it's my life. So I love it. And I think I've overcome that. Yeah.
So do you have like someone somewhere like who likes you because of your size?
Hey! So many.
Like someone in particular.
Okay, someone in particular.
Like the opposite gender.
Oh, okay. So let me just make it plain.
You should get what I mean.
Oh, I do. I do. So I am very much single.
Okay.
Yes. So of course I have
ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle.
Okay.
Mingle with the right person.
Okay.
Yes. So, but I would say this: a lot of people likes me. Like there are some people that say, Jemima, I like you. I really like the way you look. I like your body size, but everything is not body size. You get me?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
yes, there are a lot of people. In fact, I have people. I walk into a space, and then they tell me that, Jemima, I don't know. There is something about you that is so unique, and I just want to be your friend. I just like you. I want to just be with you. All these things, and I think it's
because they are
just
saying that inner beauty. It's not about
It's
the
not about
physical appearance.
actually.
Yeah.
Let's be plain. It's not
Yes.
about. So I went to NYC camp recently because I've been trying to post it for a while. I didn't want to go because of work and all those things.
Okay.
And then when I walked into NYC camp, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to be myself and leave. And over time, I became a platoon leader
Wow.
in Delta State. So I'm like, I even won an award, like first position for a public speaking competition there. So I was leading people and they would just walk up to me and just say, Jemima, I really like you. I like your person. Like guys of the opposite, I'm like, Jemima, I like the way you look. I'm like, okay, thank you. So that's just it. I think a lot of people like me.
Yeah. You know, I like the fact that you said that you do not allow what people were saying then to affect you. And thankfully, your mom, your siblings also encouraged you to make you realize that you are beautiful inside and outside. You are bold and you are this. Because we know so many people that have gone into depression because of what people say about them.
Yes.
You know, people are so concerned about what people are saying, but what are you saying about yourself? So I like that aspect, and I think this is a lesson to everyone, regardless. It's about what you're saying about yourself and not about what anyone is saying about you. So now with this, I want you to tell us the happiest moments of your life.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm a woman of many words. So I will try. You've told me that I shouldn't restrict myself.
Yeah.
So I will try not to restrict myself. I'll tell you I've been happy a couple of times, like a lot of times. So yeah, I'm a very happy person.
You look it.
Yeah. So I laugh a lot and it is genuine. Like I'm happy because, you know, God has placed like a mantle upon my life that regardless, I have to be happy. So it's not pretense. So a couple of times that I was happy, let me tell you, when I got into university.
Okay.
I was really happy because, you know, where we stayed, it is not so unique or something it is not so found, or maybe you find it among every other person to see you just get out of secondary school and go into a university, and it was University of Ilorin. At that time, they were not with ASU, they were moving so fast and all these things.
And a lot of people wanted to go there.
So, you know, from the streets of Okiaro, Ijoka, and then boom, a girl that nobody liked, nobody was seeing. I was acing it in University of Ilorin, though my academics were not that bright. But when you're planning events, I was there. When you're looking for the most popular students to talk to during an election, I was there. When you're planning an event for lecturers for this, I was there. Speaking competition, all those things, I was there. So I would say those periods, they were the happiest moments of my life. And then, what else again? So it was when I came down to Lagos, my business.
Okay, you were staying where before?
So I was in Ilorin.
Okay.
So from Ilorin, I was shuffling to Lagos, then Akure. My mom is in Akure, by the way. Okay. So I shuffle Akure, Ilorin, and Lagos. So by the time I got back to Lagos about my business, and then I think it was one of the happiest moments when I received one huge money in my account.
From your business?
For my business. I was like, what? I called all my brothers. I'm like, big bros, big sis, mommy, come and see something. So I think those were one of the happiest moments of my life. And I think when my brother traveled to the UK too. So yes, I was very, very happy for him. And I'm happy. I have a lot of happy moments. Is it when I was introduced by my mentor to a client? These things, they make me happy. They are what actually makes us who we are. So I would say I've had a whole lot of happy moments in my life. And when my mommy smiles, when she laughs, those moments, they're my happiest moments.
I can see that your mom really has a lot of influence on you, yes. I can even see your mom. So if you're going to say like words of appreciation to your mom, like what you have gotten from her and has helped you thus far, what would you say to her?
Mommy, thank you so much. You're an amazing woman. You've made me so daring, and you've instilled integrity, core care. My mom is an amazing person. My mom, the spirit of giving, she would give to anybody, even when she didn't have anything. Thank you so much for instilling the right values inside of me. Thank you for making me love myself. Thank you for making me and yourself best friends. Thank you for being accessible.
Don't make me tear. It's okay. It's okay.
She's such an accessible person.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
All right, so now we'll quickly go on a short break now. So when we return, tell us more about how you started your business, because you're serving now, and for you to be a CEO at this point, we need to know how you did it.
Yeah.
How you got to this point.
Actually.
So yeah, we need to know about that. So we'll go on a short break now. Viewers, stay with us. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Welcome to the second part of the discussion. Yes, now let's go into what you are into. Yes. Now, Bigberry Interiors, interior design, right? Okay. How did you come about that name Bigberry, and why Bigberry?
Okay.
Because me, I'm sensing something now, but I don't want to say it. So say it myself.
Exactly. I'm sure you're sensing right.
All right.
So Bigberry is from big. I am big. Yeah. So you know, berry. It's from. It senses a word that says that it tastes very, very good. So now I'm not saying it in the plain fact that I taste good or anything.
Of
so
course, you taste good.
I taste
because
good.
You
I look good.
Okay.
Exactly. So it is something coined around you having a tasteful life. So you having a sense of taste. So that is actually where it's from. It's a sense of taste, something good, something that you see and you want to savor it. So, and that is Bigberry. So me, myself, I am a brand. I call myself the Bigberry woman. So it is from that I took Bigberry Interior Designing Company from. And that name, where I came about it, I was looking for a name to call myself. I wanted to rebrand. I didn't want to just be Jemima Ketiku. I wanted to be known for something. I wanted people to see my name and recognize it and say, the Bigberry woman, this person has to be Jemima Ketiku. And so that was how I found, and I and my brother Osmond, we were talking and we were like, okay, I have these names. What do you think? I was like, Berry. I'm like, and I am big. Say, Bigberry. So we just found the Bigberry woman, and that was how it came about. Yeah.
So now let's talk about the business proper. How did you start, and when did you start?
Are you sure you want to go into that story?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go into it.
Okay, so I told you the other time that I had an extra year in school.
Okay.
So I didn't know what to do. It was a moment in my life where I was very, very confused. I didn't know, what should I do? Should I start selling stuff? Should I start doing this? So I came to Lagos. And I'm going to tell you something very, very important. The words of somebody that pushed me. So I came to Lagos to meet somebody that was like my mentor. Okay. So she was like, Jemima, would you like to come to my company? I'm like, no, ma. So I forgot to mention that I actually did real estate. I'm a realtor too. Oh. So I still do real estate.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's part-time.
But it's full-time.
Full-time too?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm a realtor. I still sell houses. I sell lands and all those things. And I came to Lagos. I was like, okay, let me just sell land. But I was selling thrift. Okrika.
Yeah.
So I would go to Yaba in the morning and come. I'm telling you things that actually
this
bettered.
business spirit. It has been in you for a while. Okay.
So I'll go to Yaba on Saturday mornings and Wednesday mornings, very, very early, come back, iron clothes. And at the same moment, I was working with one of my mentors like that, Pavon Designs, Lawal Tejumola. I'll not mention all these things without mentioning her too. So she's an interior designer also. Okay. And then when I got to her, I wasn't there to intern. I was just there to assist, like a personal assistant. I just wanted to come and help her on site and, okay, Jemima, because I like you, she likes me. She's like, Jemima, would you come to my site? It would be so fine and all those things. I'm like, okay. She saw that I could arrange things properly. I could do things properly. She was like, Jemima, have you done this before? I'm like, no, ma. She would tell me things to do. I'll carry it out very well. And then sometimes she'll just leave me on her site and go. But over time, I had to go back to school to write my final exams. Okay. I was so moody. But I went back, all these things, I was still selling my thrifts. So I'll come back from work, like come back from where I've been, maybe we are working on a site in Yaba or anything, from morning till night. Yeah. Then at night, I would iron all my thrifts by myself. Then I will hang it, then I will snap it. There was a time I was taking it on the rug, and then I shifted to taking it on. I bought a mannequin. I saved up to buy a mannequin. So I'll take it on the mannequin and post it online. I had so many customers too at that point. It was Bigberry apparel at that time. So, but then over time, I went back to school. I could not juggle them together. So by the time I got to school, I interned with an architect. Okay. So when I say interning, it wasn't like a full-time intern. I didn't want to be at home. I liked it when when a space is properly arranged and something is designed, I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted to learn more of it. So I went there. His name is Architect Jagede. So I went there. It was handling a site. It was building the biggest halls, two biggest halls in the whole of Ilorin. Okay. So I would go there. I would check what they were doing. I would see how they're doing it. I would go back home. It wasn't full interior designing, but architectural designs and interior designing, they go hand in hand. So I had a lot to learn, and then I came back to Lagos. So while I was in Ilorin, there's somebody called Lukman Shobawale and Bayo Lawal. They are two of my mentors. Okay. And then I got a call from Lukman. He was like, Jemima, how are you doing? I said, I'm fine. He said, Jemima, can you do curtains? I'm like, sir, I'm just starting and all these things. He was like, no, don't tell me that. I'm sending you money now. I was scared because I'm like, sir, why are you sending me money? I mean, even in Ilorin, why should I come all the way to Lagos to come and... So he pushed me and said he was doing curtains. It was a lie. He was doing the full interior of his house.
Wow.
So he sent my flight. He wanted to say something.
Okay, so he pushed everything to you.
He pushed everything to me. He was like, Jemima, I'm sending you money right now. Send me your account number. I was like, sir, I'll send it tomorrow. He got my account number and transferred, because I just called a fixed price. I had an idea because I'd done it before. So I just called. He sent the money. He sent both the money and the workmanship. He sent it together. Yes. Like, this person is somebody I hold dear to my heart. And he was like, Jemima, come. He paid for my flight. That was what. So, there are people that God just uses to channel your life into a particular cause. Paid for my flight and I was in Lagos. And then I started. I did it. It was like, you see, you did it well. So what can't you do? And from there, oh my goodness. So I studied, I started taking courses. I started going to the market by myself to see how things were done, because I didn't want to just be saying, I want when I'm doing something, I want to be the best. The best of the best.
So it made you discover yourself.
It made me discover myself in ways that I didn't know. So it made me so hungry. Like, all these things, they shaped me and made me so hungry. So I went more, and by the time they gave me 2 other shortlets to do. We have a recent project that we just did for them, Dukia, like their what's it called? Their real estate company. And we did the interior designing of the space. Wow. And it was so good. From that, we got another job again for Creations Republic and Rebecca. And from that, we just saw so many things. And now we're presently still doing his house. We're doing so many things. So we're like major. So I'm saying all these things, they propelled and shaped the whole process together of Bigberry. And that was how it came about. And that was how we were able to break and penetrate into some. So from now, it's a popular real estate company. So when people walk into the space and they'll be like, who did this interior? Oh, it's Jemima. My name is Jemima. Bigberry Interiors. Check out. And from that, you get referrals.
So, so at that time when you started, were you in school? Were you in your final year?
Yes. I was in my extra year.
Juggling both together.
Yes.
And it wasn't affecting your studies.
Oh my goodness, it was not. I loved business. I wouldn't allow it to affect it. And I think that was when I had the best results in school. Yes. My final year, that was my extra year. I think I had 7 A's or 8 A's. That never happened before. Because
you were getting those money were coming, and it was
helping you
to
the right path,
Because I must say, really, that's really encouraging for you to be able to do both together, working and all of that. So now I want you to tell us in just some minutes, tell us about Bigberry Interiors. What are you into?
Okay, so Bigberry Interiors is an interior designing company. So I'll tell you that Bigberry Interiors is just a part of a brand. The name of the brand itself is the Bigberry Creative Brand.
Okay.
So Bigberry Interior is a part that was coined from that. And then what we do is we design homes, spaces, like spaces in general, homes, offices, residential and commercial spaces. So what we do is we define and redefine spaces So when people say decorating is different from designing, so I would say that. So what we do
decorating is different from designing.
So decorating is when you see a finished space, all you need to do is just buy or make and arrange inside.
Okay.
So designing is you
doing it from the scratch.
Not doing it from the scratch though, per se, because we don't build.
Okay.
For now. We don't know later. So we don't build for now, but what we do is we channel the cost of a space. So let's say this space like this, it's a sitting space, and you want to turn it into an office space. We can build inside, demarcate as much as possible. We can restructure a space. So you say you don't want a stairs in your house, we can remove the whole thing and build another for you. Yeah. So that's interior designing. So you are designing a space. You can have a full wall and say, oh, I want a window here. We can do that for you. We can structure our spaces. So designing, it has to do with, we do a lot of things, a whole lot of things. We do carports, so it is still part of it.
Carports? Yes,
carports, like in front of houses. We do a lot of designs. We do, I'm trying to like, I'm trying to list them out so they don't cloud all these things. So we do furnitures. So what we are doing majorly that makes our brand very different is we do furnitures, locally made furnitures at affordable, good price. So classic furnitures, affordable, good prices that can serve for masses, anybody. So it depends, and we work with budget. So yes, so we do good furnitures.
So okay, let's talk about what you have done, the projects you have done.
Okay.
So what are the projects that you have done?
Okay, so we've done an office space. So we've done a real estate space. We've done a PR space. Yeah, we've done a bridal space.
Okay.
Yes, we've done shortlets. We've done a lot of homes in quotes. So we've done a whole lot of homes. So I would say we're not restricted to doing homes and offices alone.
Okay.
We've done a lot of office spaces.
Okay.
Yes, and for houses, there are houses that we've done their carports, we've done their shower, their pool covers. So I'm talking about when you're talking about steel, you have to work with steel, with sheets and all those things. Yes, we get our hands dirty. So I'll say it here. So we work with so many type of wood, pine wood, mahogany, different things. We build structures, so restaurants, all those things, and those are the things that we've worked on.
Okay, so where is your office located? How can people reach you? Like people watching us and like, oh, yes. I want to patronize. Okay, so how can they reach out to you?
So they can reach out at number 6B, Goshen Estate Road, Lekki. So that's Lekki Phase 1.
Okay.
And our
website
is www.bigberryinteriors.com.
Okay.
Yes, and our Instagram page is bigberry_interiors.
Okay.
Yes, and you can reach us on the number of 070 60 97 80 75. Yes.
Okay, so those are the details. If you want to reach out to Bigberry Interiors, you want to design your office space, home,
commercial spaces,
commercial spaces as well.
Yes.
So now running this business, what has been the most challenging time period for you? Yes.
Artisans. Artisans.
Okay.
I think so. I've had to ask few of my interior designer friends because, of course, you can't thrive in this industry alone. So you need to collaborate and do all that. I had to ask my interior designing friends that what gives you problems, and they mentioned the same thing, artisans. So these people, you get them to work.
And you cannot do without them.
You can't do without them.
Yeah.
So it's either ways. You have to talk to them, you have to pamper them, you have to patronize them in one way or the other. So I'm trying to call somebody. I'm like, okay, you know what? We have to work on this today. And you're telling me, hello, Miss Jemima. I'm at the gate. I'm just 5 minutes away from you. Where are you? It's been 1 hour. Where are you? So I think we have problems with working with people that can deliver on time. So I don't know if it's about. I know it's not Nigerian. I can't say it's Nigerians awesome, but I think it's just people. They tend to take. They tend to chew more than they can swallow sometimes. So in the terms of they want to have everything to themselves. they want to do this, they want to do that. If you know you're not capable of doing it, of delivering a job, I think it's left for you to say no. I can integrity. Oh my goodness. So it's one of the most challenging periods. We're working for the right artisans, and then there's some items that we use that we don't. They're not in Nigeria. So some, we're working with steel. You need a steel, a 2mm, 4mm steel to build a pool cover, and then you have to import them. So it's one of the most challenging things we have here. Even ordinary designs, like interior decor pieces, you have to import all those things.
Yeah.
So and then maybe sometimes you have to work with clients a lot of times.
So have you had issues with clients?
Well, I would say my client loves me. So in fact, my clients even call and say, Jemima, how are you? I just want to check up on you. Are you fine? So I think we have gotten to that level where we've built relationships with our clients, so we barely have issues. So if it's conflict of interest, it might be, are we using this color or not? All those type of things.
Yeah.
And I would advise, this might be better, this might look better, and all those things. But we barely have issues with clients. Yes.
So now, to be an interior designer, do you need like a special skill, or you need to maybe you have a degree or something like that to be an interior designer? Maybe like we have people watching us right now that have passion for it.
Yes.
and want to go into it. So what are the necessary things that such person needs to have?
See, in this world where the internet is your friend, social media is your friend, Google is your friend, there are right answers embedded in so many places. So as it's not like I went to school to study interior design. I studied industrial chemistry. So all you need to know is you have to learn.
It's not about what you studied in
school. It's not about what you studied in school.
Okay.
So most interior designers that you see these days, they do not even go to school to study them. So it's when they finish school, they start discovering themselves. So I would say you have to learn. Learn at the right places. There's so many places to intern in interior designing. Intern, learn things. Number one, don't go there without having the knowledge of it. There's so many places online. Just type on YouTube that to be an interior designer, what does it take? What do you need to learn? What do you need to know? You can have all these things, but of course, the internet is not going to teach you the practical side of these things. So you have to go where you need to see it physically and learn. And then
does that mean you don't need to have passion for it? Because going into something might be for two reasons. Either passion or the money aspect. But because you'll be saying it now that it's lucrative, it's what you have been saying. So should we forgo the aspect of passion and the money?
Oh my goodness. If you don't have passion for it, for interior designing, it's going to be quite difficult for you. I have people that have dumped interior designing. They can't do it anymore.
Due to the challenges.
Yeah, to do it, you have to be somebody that is daring. You have to be daring. You have to be somebody that is persistent. Because there's so many things you would do, so many days you have to be up. You don't stay. I have a belief that interior designers don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
How is that possible?
Because so you're trying to balance equations. Let's say I'm one of the lead designers in Bigberry, and I'm on a site. I'm managing a site. So of course, why you want to start interior design is not to stay low or to get crumbs or anything. You have to be passionate enough to want to see something yield results. So let's say you have to deal with a particular thing now, and that thing does not give you that results that day. As an interior designer, you have to try multiple means. If one doesn't work, you try another one. You try another one. Yeah. You can't get tired because you have to give efficient results for it. So you can't say you want to go into it because it's lucrative. The money will not come at first though. Interior design is not just about money. It's about what you can do. Can you make things?
You have to be creative.
You have to be a very creative person. So you have to be somebody that thinks. So if you think you want to just get there, it's not mathematics. So it's not where you can calculate. Sometimes calculation does not work for it. So you have to think, you have to sit down, you have to map out things, you have to write excessively. You have to write, you have to learn. continuing. You have a problem, you are going back to go and solve it. You have a problem, you are reaching out to so many people. Hello,
And
can you
have to
do
have
this?
people that you are calling,
Yes.
like reaching out to
Reaching
help you out.
Yes. So you want to work with somebody. So imagine there was a day I had to take more than 100 calls. Yes.
You don't mean it.
Yes, I actually mean it. So when we started a particular project, that project is a very high project in Lekki County at Mega Monde Estate. And then I had to work with so many artisans. Of course, I had to like champion the whole thing. So, you know, and let's learn in groups and all these things. Or I had to work with so many artisans. My personal assistant, she was taking calls. I was taking calls. Everybody was taking calls. So everybody has something to do. So you can't even enter the business. Because if you're coming into interior designing, you want to be a designer. Not that you want to be sitting
like
somewhere.
Hiding.
There's no way to hide.
Everyone needs to go on.
Is it when your clients are calling you that you must deliver a job? Or you must deliver by this time? It's when you're hiding somewhere. So it's not about just the money or anything. You have to be passionate about it. Your ability to learn, to recreate, to create. It's very, very important. So if you don't love it, you might get tired along the way.
Okay, now for those watching us and want to reach you, you've told us how to reach you now. What's the first step to take?
The first step to take in reaching
out to.
Bigberry. So we are reachable everywhere. So you can drop a WhatsApp message, you can drop Instagram message, you can drop email, you can mail us, and we're reachable on all these three lines: our WhatsApp and Instagram. Our mails, they work 24/7 actually for now.
Yes, at 24. Since you said that you don't sleep, but please always sleep. Like rest. It's important.
Yes.
Okay, now you've told us the challenges that you faced and the juicy aspects of. You've not told us the juicy aspect of interior design.
Okay, the juicy aspect of it, personally for me, is you get to. So for high-end like clients and all these things, you get to see big money every time.
That's more juicy.
The money is not yours.
It's not yours.
Like it's a client's money.
Okay.
So we're trying to recreate something or create something from the money, but you get to see money, and then it's like, yes, we're doing something right. But it's not just the only juicy part. The part that I enter into a space and then I create something magical and beautiful in that space. It's just a plain space is the juiciest part.
And people loving
the space. You know, when you enter into a space and it's like you breathe life into it. So I think it's one of the juiciest parts. You enter a space and then there is nothing. And from nothing, it becomes colorful and beautiful. Even though sometimes it might not be colorful, but it becomes beautiful and it becomes something attractive. It's one of the most amazing. It's just like when you're building a house. Listen, we're building a house and then you see a land. From that land filled with grass and dumpsters and everything. And then it becomes a beautiful building. Painted in fine colors, regated and everything inside. In fact, when you see it, you'll be happy. So that's when when you enter a space, you feel so happy. It's one of the juiciest parts of a space. And the fact that I get to meet people is very, very important. You get to meet people on a daily basis. So you get to work with artisans that can work with you till whenever. Some are very loyal. Some are very, very loyal to the core. And then you get to meet clients from different aspects of life. You talk to people, they relate with you. So I'm meeting more people because you meet more manufacturers, you meet more. So I'm meeting like different people in different areas, in all corners, in fact, of the world, because there's some things that we might not see here. We have to reach out there, and then over time, we become friends. So it's one of the juiciest parts too, meeting people, meeting quality people and making, yes, it's very important.
I like the fact that you started from when you were in school, because I know that there's so many undergraduates that feels like until I graduate after my service year, that's where I start looking for white collar job. So how would you like convince or like encourage someone like ASU is on strike now? Yeah, they're here to call us strike, and some people are at home waiting for the strike to end, while some have already started doing some things. So how would you encourage someone who is sitting at home now waiting on the government to call off the strike?
So I would say you can't sit at home. You can't sit somewhere. So when I say you can't sit at home, it doesn't mean you can't be creative from every corner of your house, or you can't be creative when you're outside, or you can't sell something. So as a Nigerian, you have one ability. Is that to sell yourself or to sell a product? Because we can't say the economical state of the country is pleasing to everybody. So I believe everybody's feeling it. So you have to like go out there, put yourself out there and see what you can do. And if you're in school, you're an undergraduate, so some people, when they're in school, they feel like, oh, I'm already getting, I should be here, I should be here, I should be there. Take it slowly. So you have decades in front of you to build. But how do you build these things? You build it from now. So you can go online. There are so many things to learn. See, it's not even tech alone. There are so many things. Learn how to do things. Learning. So there are so many businesses that you can do, even from the corner of your room. Like there are so many freelancing work that you can do. Can you write? Write for people, let them pay you. Can you do this? Do it for people, let them pay you. Can you run errands? Run errands for people, they can pay you. Because I have somebody that is in the business of running errands for people. Now he has so many people that run errands for our brand. So what do you have that you can give out? So before you have these things, you have to impute and instill value in yourself. So you have to learn, one way or the other. You learn. Oh, I'm learning these things. Then over time, you can replicate these things and sell yourself. So you can't just sit at home and be waiting. So sorry to say, God blesses all, but miracle is not going to fly into your room until you move. You have to move. You're not a tree. So move to doing things or move to selling. When I say yourself, you're selling your art. You're selling what is inside of you, what you can do for people and they can give you money. You're selling the product. So is it that you have something, go to the market, buy it at cheaper rates, resell it. In fact, start from your family and your friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if they don't work, extend.
So now, on the final note, what will be your parting shots to people watching us?
That life is beautiful, and you yourself, you can make your own life beautiful. I believe in something as long as you have God on your side, you have the right relationship, the right people on your side, then the star is your shooting point.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, I would say that somebody like me or like anybody else, you're at home, you're watching me, that you can still press on. The world is not ending. No, the world is not against you too. So you can still keep doing what you are doing. And if you have something you are doing, be persistent with it. So it takes like building yourself. It takes time. Yeah. But all these things, it will matter in years to come. It will matter in the future. Your light is actually going to shine in the future. So that is it.
Thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed every bit of our conversation. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, viewer, I hope you have learned one or two things. You have to be passionate about what you intend to go into. Do not look at the monetary benefits alone, but you have to be passionate about it, yes, and be consistent as well. So thank you so much for being a part of today's discussion segment. We'll take the quotes for today. Thereafter, we'll wrap up the show. Stay with us. We'll be back. guys, that is the much we can take on today's episode, and hope you enjoyed every bit of our conversation. Of course, you can be whatever you want to be. You just have to be passionate and consistent at whatsoever you set your mind to do, and you do not have limits. When you start, there is no limit to what you can achieve in life. So far, you are consistent. So thank you so much for being a part of the show today. So till I come your way again next weekend, I remain your host, Tosin Adeyemi. Bye for now.